So what I thought we would talk about today, since it's the beginning of a month, and something I like to do personally, and it helps me a lot with consistency, is to create small goals, like month-long goals. I don't like to create goals that last forever because then it seems too big. And I think the first of the month is always a good time to kind of refocus and look at, you want to look at your bigger goal, but make it smaller, something that you want to work on in the immediate 4 weeks. And since we have at the end of the month Halloween, and then we have Thanksgiving, and then we have Christmas, and we know that all of those things come real quick. Once you get into October, it seems like it's Halloween, and we're already getting into all of the Halloween candies, and we're starting to see a lot of the baked goods and the pumpkin whatever you like, and and all of the things are starting to appear everywhere you go. People like to bake in the winter or in the fall, so you'll see more of that at work. It's just a season where we're kind of bombarded with all of this stuff. And so what I want you guys to do is kind of think about what your holidays looked like last year. If you can remember that far back, but what it looked like last year and maybe how you want it to look different this year. And then a good strategy is to kind of keep it in mind, but also practice how you want it to be different. And this is a good month to start doing something like that. Just not necessarily restriction or anything, but kind of decide what you want your holidays to look like and start practicing it now. That way, when it does come upon you, you're not thrown off. And, holidays and all of that could be an obstacle for a lot of us. It throws us off, and then we just kind of spiral for 3 months or 4 months or however long it is that it takes us to get back. So I think October is a really good time to kind of evaluate last year, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, what you want to do differently this year, and then set like a small goal that you can work on for the next 4 weeks and make it an attainable goal. Something not like I'm going to restrict all sugar for the entire month. If that's your goal, that's your goal. That's fine. But something smaller, or just kind of practicing how you want it to look. So I wanted to kind of open it up to you guys to talk about what you remember from last year, your holidays, what worked for you, what didn't work for you. If anything stood out and you're like, oh, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again of every treat that comes into my work or into my house. And so if you want to join in the conversation, anybody want to go first?
Well, last year I had just joined Fitme. So last year compared to this year, I think I'm going into it with a lot more. I don't know. I don't know if it's momentum. I don't know if it's just knowledge, just going into paying attention to how my body feels and how it reacts to different foods, and the amount of food I need to feel energized and not to get hangry or tired or things like that. So but I think my biggest challenge is going to be the sweets. I love pumpkin everything. And so I like this topic just to kind of help think it through as far as picking something.
Pumpkin's actually good. Pumpkin's
is
fine.
it?
It's not. It's
what about the ones that are rolled in cream cheese and sprinkled
Yeah,
with
I don't know.
pecans?
The way we're eating it, I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of pumpkin things that you can make to kind of kill that craving. I think last year I made some protein muffins that were really good. I'll have to look for those recipes.
Yes,
I mean, some people like protein coffee. I don't care for protein coffee or protein and not protein, pumpkin coffee or pumpkin protein shakes. But some people will add that into their meals so that they are getting that flavor, but not necessarily getting all of the baked goods and stuff. So there's ways you can add some of those flavors in and not necessarily eat all the breads and the cookies.
Yes.
But if you do want that, then make it a good one, make it something you really want.
I have to add in that First Form makes a pumpkin spice protein powder. And because I was looking for protein powders, Tabby got me interested in it. But that First Form pumpkin spice protein powder is so good. I put a scoop of it in my yogurt, and it is amazing. You get that.
I think I saw you post. Did you post that? I feel like I saw that.
I didn't.
Someone must have posted something about some protein powder with it.
Yeah, it's pumpkin protein cookies, I think is what she made.
Oh, okay.
But I just put it in my Greek yogurt and mix it up, and it comes out just like a mousse. It is so freaking good. And I get the protein from the powder and the yogurt.
And the pumpkin.
I get the pumpkin flavor. I mean, I could add more pumpkin to it or whatever, but I get that pumpkin flavor. It makes me want to order another couple tubs of it before it goes out of stock.
Oh my, right?
It's so good.
How was your holiday season last year, Julie? When did you start Fitme?
I started like the very end of December or something like that.
Okay.
It was
me too.
But I've been with my husband almost 11 years, and when we first got together, I drank a bunch of soda and ate chocolate all the time to deal with my stress levels because of where I worked. And so after I quit my job and stuff, we started putting all the chocolate. We stopped buying soda for one thing. He doesn't like it, so we don't buy it very often. But he put all the chocolate in the bedroom. And he would dole it out to me a couple pieces at a time. And he still does that, actually. And that really helped because of my ADHD, out of sight, out of mind, unless it's that time of month. And then I know exactly where it's at. But
you sense it out.
For the most part, I stay out of it unless he's given it to me. And so I don't really have a problem. And I allow myself a treat every day. I fit that into my calories and my macros and all of that because I know I'm the type of person that if I told myself no, I couldn't have something, that I would want it even more. So it's easier for me to say no to those types of things, except for my donut at the coast. That's my hell yes. Because it'll be probably at least 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months before we get back. But we get one on every camping trip. And it's so good. But that's not where my problem lies with treats around the holidays. Good. I can take it or leave it. Except for my issue, I guess my only issue is with my homemade rolls. Mm-hmm. I could eat those all day, every day. I only make them twice a year, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And cinnamon rolls, I make once a year. Christmas Day for Christmas Day morning. The tradition's always been cinnamon rolls and eggnog. Forever.
Like once a year stuff.
Yeah. Huh?
Do you make them for a big group or just for you guys?
I just make them for the family. Okay. Whoever comes over can have one, but it's just for the family. And
so that's your hell yes treat for Christmas.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband wants me to make them more often. And I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be gluten-free, and you can, but it's very difficult to make a rising dough with gluten-free flour.
Yeah.
So I have to, those are the 3 times that I really have gluten during that time of year is my rolls and the cinnamon rolls. So But yeah, I know myself. I'll just make it one time a year. My husband hates it, but
then it's like
Yeah.
special. Though.
Yeah.
it's
Does
very
anybody
special.
have a hard time? Does anybody have a hard time adding vegetables in during the holidays?
Chili, isn't that a vegetable? I used to until I started making Fitme plates more regular. And then it became, are you talking about like parties or are you talking like regular every day?
Well, like, so for the gatherings, you know, everything that we serve is always, you know, the stuffing, everything, you know, and then our green bean casserole is covered in cream of mushroom and cheese, you know, all the fats are in it. And so I just wondered what different type of vegetables you guys might add into your thing. So like at the summer, I took a veggie tray and I can do that again, but I wondered if there was anything, you know.
I think when you look at the holidays as a whole, you've got 1 or 2 days where you gather with family, everybody brings, you know, their favorite things. You don't really see a lot of fit me plate style foods, and that's okay. Like if you wanted to bring a veggie tray just to have something to snack on, that's fine, as long as those foods aren't every day. So if you have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and you kind of have whatever you want, you choose your treats. If you decide you want one of everything, that's fine, as long as you make that choice for yourself. And then the rest of the month, you stick with your plan, you know, and you eat your veggies as much as you can. But if you're having like a party every single weekend, then you might want to start thinking about what can I bring that has more of what I need. But if it's just like 1 or 2 days of the month, I think it's okay to not, unless you need it for pooping reasons. That's why I eat them.
We always have a veggie tray at our holiday events, but usually it's the mashed potatoes and gravy and turkey, and we don't do we don't do all the casseroles and things that most families do because we just don't. So there's mashed potatoes and gravy and turkey or ham, and then, or both sometimes. And then there's the veggie tray, and I make a fruit salad that's fruit and marshmallows and Cool Whip. My kids would be mad at me if I didn't make it. And then my mother-in-law brings sweet potatoes because I don't like all the butter and sugar and all of that stuff on them. Marshmallows, everybody else does. So, that's our Thanksgiving dinner. And pies.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always pumpkin pie and apple pie and usually a chocolate silk pie. And yeah, I try to cut a small piece of the. I don't really care for apple pie unless it's heated up with ice cream on it, so I don't generally eat it. But I cut a small piece of pumpkin and a small piece of silk, chocolate pie. But yeah, for the most part, I'm only eating that 1 or 2 days out of the month, so I don't really account for. I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you're having a party every weekend and have to attend a party every weekend, go for the vegetable tray first. Make sure you bring a vegetable tray. Eat the vegetables first and then decide on what else you want to eat. I always go for the vegetable tray first. Not that I go to any parties, but very rarely.
There was one year
that put them on.
There was one year that we hosted Thanksgiving, and so I pretty much got to choose how I wanted to prepare the food, and I did things a little bit differently. Instead of making the traditional green bean casserole with all of the cream of mushroom and all of that kind of stuff, I think we did. I think it was Brussels sprouts or something like that, and then we did roasted sweet potatoes instead of sweet potato casserole, because I don't like sweet potato casserole either. And just preparing it a little bit different. It's easier when you're hosting the party, I think, than when you're going to somebody's place. You can always take a dish, but when you're hosting it, it's easier to get a little more creative. And then everybody is going to eat what you bring anyway, but you always, you know, everybody always wants their favorite dish there, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having it once a year or twice a year, I think that's okay. Last year for Christmas, I decided that I wasn't going to have any boundaries around food because I wasn't sure what I was going to want. And so I talked with my coach about it, and I told her I was just going to kind of pay attention to how my body felt when I was at my parents' house, because I was there for a whole week and we had all kinds of stuff. My mom loves to bake, and there was a lot of traditional foods, tamales and stuff like that. And so I was just kind of went into it with an open mind of, I'm going to have it if I really want it. If it's making me feel bad, I'm not going to have it. And that worked for me because I just didn't want that restrictive mind while I was trying to enjoy my family, if that makes any sense. But I think sometimes you just have to decide if that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do, and not beat yourself up about it afterwards.
I think that's for me, if what I want to commit to not eating something that I know I'm going to regret because it's going to make me feel bad. Not necessarily like worry about what I'm going to eat, but like often like Julie said, like I really can't eat certain things like tons of dairy, but chocolate silk pie sounds amazing. But like, is it good enough for me to want to eat it and then maybe not feel good later?
Yeah.
So like that kind of thing, I think is really my holiday barrier.
Yeah. What about you, Natika? And hi, Brenda. You came in. we were talking about you earlier. It's Brenda Silva. Wrong Brenda. There's two Brenda S's. We weren't talking about you, Brenda. How about you, Natika? How's your holidays? How were they last year? Is there anything you want to change for this year?
I'm kind of over the whole Thanksgiving thing. So last year, I decided to go to Florida for Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. I could really do away with the whole family get together for Thanksgiving. I just it's more stress than it's worth to be surrounded and like turkey. And so last year I was like, we're going away for Thanksgiving. That eliminates the need to do the whole big family dinner. And we're going to a restaurant because I really want a steak, baked potato, and a veggie.
Nice.
And that's exactly what we did. It was delicious. And so here we sit. Thanksgiving's coming up again, and I don't really want to be bothered. And my aunt cooks every year, so it's not even like I have to cook. But I don't want to go. I'm not interested. I'm so sick of the traditional turkey, ham, stuff, and yams. I don't want any of that.
So have you planned your trip?
So the kids were like, we kind of miss the family. So they enjoyed being at the beach, but then they was like, we kind of miss the family. So I said every other year, maybe we'll do it. But no one has really stepped up to cook yet. And I know who's not going to step up and cook. So if doesn't cook, we're going out to dinner. I don't want any of that stuff. So last year was the first Thanksgiving where the temptation was low because we were I probably got dessert, but it wasn't like I was going with a whole sweet potato pie and 3 plates of leftovers of food that I don't even freaking like, that I'm still going to eat because I have no self-control. So I would love to go to a steakhouse again for Thanksgiving so I can eat, enjoy it there, get dessert, have it for that one occasion, and then go home. The rest of that morning, when we were out of town, the morning was a regular morning. I got up, I made me a Fitme breakfast. We spent the day at the beach, and then we went out to eat. It was
Yeah.
love. It was
I
love.
love that. I'm jealous.
I'm
It's so
jealous.
freeing.
I'm jealous that it's not happening again this year.
I remember one year my brother, he was younger and he was in football, and we had Thanksgiving in Las Vegas. It was like the first year we were away. We were kids, so we were not old enough to do anything, but we had Thanksgiving dinner in a casino. I think it was like Excalibur buffet. And it was so weird to all of us. And we were like, this is strange. You know, it was just doing something different was so strange for the kids. But I'm sure my mom was pretty grateful that she didn't have to cook or wash dishes that year.
That might be where I end up next. Good idea.
Plan your bi-yearly
Yeah.
vacation. Yeah.
I had never thought of that, just taking off somewhere else and not even dealing with
Yeah.
We host
Me and my
every
husband
year.
talk about it all the time. We always are like, every year we're like, let's just leave it all. But we never do it.
It was the Thanksgiving I can remember. And it was the
Aw.
ever done it, and I loved it. It was so relaxing.
Yeah. So we have about 5 minutes left. So I want to kind of circle back to October goal. Do any of you guys have like a food related small goal that you would like to work on for the month of October?
Yeah, I want to get the rest of my Fitme plates in.
Are you
I'm
in the
at like-
challenge, Julie?
I'm at
You
like-
are, right?
Yeah, I'm like this 70. I need 30 more Fitme plates.
You can do it.
You're really doing
slow.
That's
good.
like less than one a day.
I'm like so slow.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're doing so good, Julie.
Yeah.
I creep on it. I'm like, oh, look.
I want to
Yeah,
work
it's
on my
okay.
weekends. My weekends are weak. I did get 2 Fitme plates in on Saturday, but I got 0 on Sunday. So that's my goal, is to get at least 2 Fitme plates in during the weekends of the month of October. Because if I don't, I end up eating like bagels and tortilla chips all day.
Same. I want to just prepare every week for lunches, particularly, because that's where if I don't have something prepared, I'm eating bagels and tortilla chips for lunch. So
I don't eat at all if I don't prepare.
also that.
Which is
Oh
what
yeah,
happened
that's another
today.
one.
Is there? I just
And at 4
the baby
o'clock,
was
I'm like
awake at
Doritos.
5:30.
Yeah, I do the same thing, or I don't eat at all.
Yeah.
What about you, Raquel?
I think mine's going to have to be the meal prepping.
Meal prep?
To my meal prep, yeah, because I have to do twice a week, because it's just I have to break it up. So I have to do either a Saturday or Sunday, and then I need to do a follow-up on either Thursday or even Friday, to help me get into the weekend. So I think if October I can get, I think I've been a little bit lax on that. Just, I'll do
So Thursday and Sunday?
Thursday and Sunday.
Okay.
I need to do my meal prep.
All right. When are you going to do your meal prep, Rose?
Well, funny you ask, because I was going to text you after this, because I ran out of lunches after today. So I'm like, oh, crap. And my husband's like, well, I'm like, I don't have any lunches for tomorrow. So I need to go in my freezer
Wednesday?
and figure it out.
Have you
Right
tried
now,
breaking it
like,
up? Have you tried breaking up your week?
I have to, because I do the same thing as Raquel. I can't prep like 7 days of food. I was already over it by today, what I made. So I was like,
Yeah.
I know I'm going to need to switch it up. The thing is, I definitely do have like frozen veggies, frozen turkey burger that we made from at home. And I have like sweet potatoes. Like I know I can like throw it together if like the end all hits. But like I need to say it in my brain though,
Yeah.
or I won't do it,
Okay. Or you need somebody to remind you.
Yeah, but definitely like I think Thursday and Sunday or
Okay.
Tuesday and Sunday because Wednesdays nights are hard because my daughter has dance,
Okay.
so it's a little cray.
What about you, Natika?
Really sure. I'm with Raquel. I've been working on doing the preps once on Sundays and then again on Wednesday. So it's Sunday and Wednesday for me. And that part has been going well, but I find that the more I cook, the more they eat. So it's almost like I should just starve them all because and nothing here. I made 10 stuffed peppers tonight. There's none left. I made 2 things of salmon yesterday. There's none left. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't sign up to be a damn chef. So the stuff that I
I
cooked on,
feel
it's all gone. I'm like, fuck. Had I not cooked that much food, they wouldn't have
Maybe
eaten.
just cook enough for everybody and then put their names on it. Maybe you need to
I
put it in
hide
bold with their
food.
names so that nobody touch. That's what I do at my house. I have to put
Oh,
my name on my plates so nobody touches them.
I
mm.
serve everybody and then I'll put a little bit away and I hide it in the oven so they don't even know where it's at. Like they don't even think to look in the oven. So they're looking in the fridge, like looking in the microwave, where's the rest? And then I feel bad because my daughter's like looking for more drumsticks. And I'm like, I just need 2, girlfriend. I just need 2. Okay. I just need 2 for my lunch. If I can sneak 3, I will sneak 3, but 2, and I can have a protein shake with it.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to be pissed you're eating like stuffed peppers, but damn, you couldn't for lunch tomorrow.
And my kids won't eat my prepped food.
And then I took some junk stuff, buffalo chicken dip with chips. I'm not tempted. So I'm thinking I'll make that and then the other stuff will save. The only thing we got left, freaking buffalo chicken dip and chips. Because they ate.
Maybe if you make something that they don't like, but you do.
That's my Brussels sprouts.
My kids wouldn't eat any of this stuff, so I feel like I'm jealous. I'm like, I wish my kids like clamored me to eat stuffed peppers.
What about
They'd
you,
rather
Brenda?
die.
Do you have a food goal for the month of October?
I am doing the challenge, and I'm actually using the challenge to not a restart, but to get me on track. Like
Yeah.
the Sunday food prep call.
Okay.
This Sunday was the first time I intended to do it last week, but I didn't realize I didn't have enough stuff like ready to cook during the thing. And so there would be the dog. Because I'm not talking to her. And I did really good. I did Brussels sprouts and potatoes and hey, I had some apples that weren't bad, but they weren't crunchy. And I actually chopped those up and seasoned them with some really yummy, hey, Flavor God. And I've been putting a few chunks of apple on my oatmeal. And I'm still eating. I did some chicken breasts in the Instapot last night. I'm still trying to get the Instapot fear away. So I'm using the challenge to just keep, and so the food that I made, I've been able to hit 2 plates a day, which makes me really happy. And I'm not behind, but I didn't get a good start on the challenge because I got sick. But now I'm going to focus, like this weekend, I'm going to look at how much time is left and kind of map out to make sure, because even with the movement goal, there's some days where you have to intentionally do more than one. And so I feel better about mapping out the meals and stuff, as far as like making sure I, 2 a day. And if there's, I want to do 3. My breakfast thing, I was actually eating good for me breakfast. I threw some almond yogurt and oats and protein powder, and then a little bit of granola that I had, and then the apples. And that's what I've had for breakfast the last 3 mornings. So not Fitme plate, but better than not eating.
Yeah.
Like I was. So hang on just a second. Hey, there's someone on the other side of the fence. Sorry. So yeah, I'm cruising along on the challenge, using it to create some consistency.
Good. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, that was my goal too, but guess what? I'm behind, and I'm okay with that.
There's no behind in the
There's no
challenge.
behind, yeah.
There's no behind.
I started on the previous challenge, and
There's no behind. You just take as long as you need to take.
yeah, I've got 30 more plates to get to 100.
And then when you get to 100,
I'm just gonna keep going.
you just keep going. You just get a new tracker and fill it out and start marking them off again. That's what I did. That's what I did when I did the last challenge. I just kept going. It just helps me stay consistent when I'm doing a thing.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, ladies, that's it.
Sounds good.
Does anybody else have anything else? No?
Arlena.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. I'm always afraid I'm going to be the only one on here.
We love it. We love your talk.
Thank you. All right. Good night, ladies.
Bye.
Good night, ladies.
Bye.